thing. But
Good evening and welcome, race fans, to Hot Shoes TV and the Pretend Racing Online Super Showdown Series. Our first heat is rolling onto the track now. It's like starting on the pole, we have the 99 car, Ricky Harden, hard in the wall. And right behind him, we have the 43, the Goon Ganja, Toyota Camry. The legend from Texas, Hondo Lawnmower. And starting in their third spot, in the number 86, Dizzy Coin, Dizzy Railways, DZ Cola, Toyota Camry, Johnny Borst. And our fourth starter, the 143. He hails from Hales Corner Speedway, Reed Rundle. We're getting ready to take the green flag. Ricky and Hondo bring him down. Green flag is out. They are racing. Off into turn one. Looks like Ricky gets an early advantage, followed by Hondo. And John Borst is right behind them as they race off into turn three. Close battle so far as we focus in on John Borst. He gets a little squirrely coming out of the corner. Reed Rundle very squirrely out back. Lined up 3 by 3 here. Woo, Hondo Lawnmower squirrely off the corner. That allows John Borst to reel him in. Hondo again a little squirrely. John might have tapped him there. Hondo hard into the wall. He gathers it back up and gets rolling. Let's check back in on the leaders up front. There's John Boris. Boy, I think John may have just slightly got into him. We're going to try to back it up here. Yeah, I would say so. If we rewind one more time. Coming out of the corner. Hondo squirrely. John catches him. And we're back up to real time now. Boy, John has some speed in that 86 car. It looks like Ricky's out front. We're halfway through this one. Let's see if John can make any progress on Ricky. That Goon Squad 99 always looks sharp. And it looks real sharp tonight. A lot of speed in that machine every time Ricky pulls her out onto the track. Let's see if John can reel him in. So far, John's ran a thousandth of a second faster than Ricky on that last lap. A little squirrely there. That's not a good lap for Boris coming out of 4. That is unfortunate. And we take the white flag. Ricky Harden drives her off to turn 1. He has a commanding lead on John Boris by about a half a second. Reed Rundle's about 2.5 seconds back. And Honda well off the pace after that incident. Here he comes, folks, through turns 3 and 4. Ricky Harden. Harden the wall. Kept it out of the wall tonight. And takes the victory in heat race number 1. We now move to heat race number 2. Our field aligns themselves on the front straightaway. And our field is rolling for heat race number 2. We got Alex Reno on pole. Let's see what he can do from there. Followed by the 56, the Circle Jerks podcast, Summit Racing Equipment. It's Norm Pelletier. Right behind Norm in the number 6. Toyota Camry Extra Life DJ3 Extra Life Team Machine. It's a Goon Squad member, Josh Cox. And starting 4th in the Sirius XM satellite radio, Nick Sucks. Chevy Camaro, number 8. Last week's race winner by about the hair on your chinny chin chin, Thomas George. And our final starter on the field, the number from 96, Coyote Machine. That's Mr. Beaver himself, Aaron Beaver. The field, the pace car is off. Alex Reno leads with the green flag in the Ford Mustang. The green flag is out of there, off. Nori Pelletier gets a good whole shot right out of the gate. Look at Thomas George ripped to top as he approaches the 56 and Norm. Through turns 3 and 4, now we got a battle for 3rd. Alex Reno and Josh Cox side by side down the back front stretch. Off in the turn 1. Josh Cox slips up the track a little bit. Let's see if Reno can capitalize. He can. Now he also slipped up the track. back up front now. Tight battle here between Peltier and George. That time by Norm was slightly faster, but I think Thomas got a good run through turns 1 and 2. That Sirius XM machine is tuned up. Out of turn 4, both drivers a little squirrely in this tight battle for the lead. Boy, Norm a little squirrely there. Thomas sends it to the inside. The 56 gives him room side by side now as they race down the front. Again, the 56 is sideways. Thomas George now takes the position. Can he open up the gap? Boy, you could see the rear brakes glowing on that 8 car. Boy, Norm Pelletier is losing time to Thomas George, unfortunately. Let's take a look back in our pack now. Josh Cox is starting to approach. Can he get to the 56 now? Doesn't look like that's going to be possible with just 2 laps to run. Back a little bit farther, we got Alex Reno, and Aaron Beaver is in the pits. Reno, squirrely there off of turn 2. Back up front, Steady Eddie holds the pace. No change. We'll look up here towards Thomas George. He races it off into turn 3. Rear brake rotors are glowing, but he's going to wheel her out of turn 4 and take the heat race to victory. Over Norman Pelletier, followed by Josh Cox, Alex Reno, and in the pits at the completion of the race, Aaron Weaver Beaver. Heat 3 is now starting to approach the track. We have, starting on the pole, the number 91 Toyota Camry. Another Goon Motorsports squad, that's Jeff Coburn. Next to him in the number 16, Hooker Heathers. Holly MSD Ignitions. Seafoam Lubricants. Number 16 in the Toyota Camry. That's Paul Nelson. Starting in 3rd place in the number 00 Toyota Supra. Sponsored by Don's Dildo Depot, Don Runkle Jr. And starting in 4th in the Dottie's Family Market, Hot Shoes Chips, Miller & Hutch Custom Cabinetry, Buick Roadmaster, that's the 05 of Casey Miller. Field now assembled 2 by 2 as we roll through turns 3 and 4. Getting ready to start here. Coburn leads him down next to Paul Nelson in the 16.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. Coburn is off and away. Paul Nelson high on that start. Let's take a look. Oh, and Paul Nelson gets turned by Casey Miller. Oh my goodness. Here's a replay. Casey gets into him, coming out of the corner. Paul hard into the inside wall. Casey is able to continue, but well off the pace. Boy, Coburn loose there. Here comes Donnie Runkle. Don Runkle always drives that car really, really hard. Boy, you can see his entry into the corner there. Gains some time on Coburn again. Again, Coburn loose off of turn 4. Here's Don Runkle to the inside of Coburn. Coburn just cannot get that thing through the corner, or off it for that matter. Side-by-side battle halfway through this heat race. There's Don Runkle on the inside, Jeff Coburn on the outside. Off of turn 2, still side-by-side, even. Down into turn 3 now, Runkle dives her down to the apron. Hugs that yellow line coming out of the corner. He gets a slight advantage on Coburn, who jumps in behind him. Runkle with the lead halfway through this heat race. Coburn loose again. That's going to open up the gap for Don Runkle. Boy, look at Runkle wheel this thing. The Don's Dildo Depot Toyota Supra is fast tonight. And it looks like Jeff Coburn just has no answer to what Don Runkle is doing. Just no answer. Runkle holding it nice and steady. Coburn slipping and sliding all over back there. Ooh, Runkle got a little loose there going into 3. Opens up the gap a little bit. Allows Coburn to close back up. Will Coburn make a dive into turn 1? Runkle blocks him. Coburn right on his tail. He's trying to ram it right into his rear end. He cannot get there. Here we go into turn 3 now. Will Coburn send it up the inside? No, he doesn't. Runkle slips up a little bit. Coburn along the apron. And now it's time for Heat 4. Starting on the pole, the number 21 Toyota Camry. It's the Revival Motoring Podcast, Dizzy Muffler Company. Number 21, Nick Cohan, starting on the pole. Next to him in the number 19. This young gentleman always drives the car hard. In the Dodge Chandler, Miller & Hutch Custom Cabinetry, Extra Life, Children's Hospital of Pennsylvania. The number 19, Corbin Hutchinson, the Hutch. And in the number 96, the G2 Racing, Chambrone's Chicken Dinner, Gables Tables, Nick and Nick's Ice Cream, Chevy Camaro, number 96, Greg Gable. And starting in 4th, the number 74, Circle Jerks Podcast, Revival Motoring, Chevy Camaro. That's Dan the Skywalker. Fields doubled up 2x2 now as we head down the backstretch. Nick Cohan and Corbin Hutchinson on in the lead. We're on the front row. Here we go. Pace car is off. 2x2 now as we approach the start. Green flag, green flag, green flag. Cohan takes off. The Hutch has dropped like a rock. He missed the gear. And Greg Gable slips into 2nd place. Looks like Nick Cohan is well and truly away from the field. he's already got a decent gap, about a second gap or so, to Greg Gable, who's running in a solid second place, followed by the Hutch. Oh, and Nick Cohan gets loose. Greg Gable smashes him. Nick Cohan all over the place. Unfortunate for this talented driver. And he tries to gather it back up and get it rolling. Loose again. Loose again. Our in-race reporter for this evening is all over the place. Back up front. An unbelievable 19. Corbin Hutchinson. It looks like Nick's crashed again. Corbin Hutchinson's crashed again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And Dan Walker with the lead over Greg Gable as we complete lap 4. Unbelievable. Have you ever seen something like this before? Dan Walker with a commanding lead over Greg Gable. Greg's got some front end damage there from our old buddy Nick Cohan, getting a little slippy slidey. These two drivers with the Corbin Hutchinson in the pits and Nick Cohan also in the pits, these drivers have secured a top 10 starting spot. They just need to finish the race. Seems easier said than done. Let's see if we get a word here. Boy, not much happened in this race. Dan Walker with about a 2.5 to 3 second lead over Greg Gable. Just cruising to victory. And that's going to be it. Dan Walker takes the win. What a interesting race that was. We have our consolation race is out on the track. These are the drivers who had some unfortunate circumstances in their qualifying heat races. We have starting on the pole, the 97 car, Aaron Beaver. Next to him in the 16 is Paul Nelson. The 21 car, and we're going to try to get a word here with our Heat 4 winner, Dan Walker. Dan, you got a copy from the booth.
I do, Mr. Chamberlain. What's up?
Dan, tell us about that heat race. Man, it looks like the old Red Sea parted for you there.
A little bit. Corbin looks like he missed a gear or didn't go or something on the start, and I got fired way back in the back of the pack. And then Nick did the Nick thing and spun out, and it all just worked out.
Well, I saw that. Do you, the viewers are wondering, do you think Nick sucking is going to continue to the rest of the evening?
I do. I do think that's going to be a thing that continues for the rest of the evening.
All right, Dan, we wish you luck in the feature race. We hope to see you up here on the podium.
Thanks, Nick.
Oh, boy. All kinds of crazy loose for Aaron Beaver. Nick Cohan gets the lead. Hondo Lawnmower drives it in hard. Thought he was cutting down the grass there. Tight battle here is Nick Cohan. The Goon Ganja 43 right on his bumper. Both drivers loose as they come out of turn 4. Hondo's driving it in hard there behind Nick Cohan. Not sure if he can get there, unless Cohan keeps making mistakes like that, of course. You know, Nick Cohan, he's got speed behind him, but I tell you what, he is squirrely. Well, we may have to get a word with him after this race. Again, you can see he enters the corner and the car kind of steps out from under him. This time now he pulls off a turn 4, and we can see now he is definitely opening up that gap to Honda Lawnmower. Again, with the looseness coming off the corner. I tell you what, I'm not sure if Nick Cohan's got bricks on his feet or what, but they keep slipping off the pedals there, and whoo, again. Boy, we were racing dirt late models last night, and somebody's got to tell old Cohan there that this ain't no dirt late model. If we look back to our third place competitor, Paul Nelson, because he's holding strong there in third place. Can't quite make up the time to Hondo. He's got about a second gap back to him. It might be a little challenging for him to make up at the end. Looks like Cohan now just bouncing off the wall all over the place. Unbelievable. Boy, he might have had some of that Goon Ganja before the race. Loose again, very loose going off into turn 1. Driving this thing like a dirt late model. This is unbelievable car control. Of course, his car control in the heat race wasn't so good either. But hey, that time it didn't work out. Here he's holding his line nice and steady at this 3/4 mile speedway. We saw out in the back, Honda Lawnmower gets a little loose. And here's our buddy Nick Cohan now. Headed down the back stretch. Hondo really loose there. Nick Cohan. I think he's got this one under control unless he pulls the heat race. One last look back at Hondo. Hondo down low. Big mistake coming out of the corner, but he'll hold second now coming out of turn 4. This Circle Jerks podcast, Revival Motoring number 21, Nick Cohan takes the victory in our heat race. About 3 minutes of the feature. 3 minutes of the feature. Nick Cohan, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Shambro.
Yeah, viewers are wondering, did they put dirt on this track or what? It looks like you had a dirt late model out there.
Yeah, you know, we before that LCQ there, that B main, we really threw some things at that car there. We need to try some stuff because we were a little slow in practice and couldn't get the car fired for qualifying and got wrecked in the heat race there. We had to really take a swing at it. So we think we got it figured out, but it's obviously a little too loose for us. So we're gonna have to make a couple more changes here before the feature. But I got to thank all the guys here at the garage area working on this car. They've done a really good job, and hopefully we can put this thing victory lane. Talk to you again later tonight.
Well, I tell you what, from me and all of the viewers, we sure hope so. I mean, you've been exciting to watch out there. Just keep her out of the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my best. It's not a good sign when the Goon Motorsports number 43 is pretty close to you and kind of gaining on you. It's not a good sign. So we really have some work to do. We can't let that happen. We got to make sure we stay ahead of Goon Motorsports tonight. And yeah, we're just gonna have to keep the Circle Jerks Toyota up front. Just stay out of trouble, take care of the tires, and you never know what can happen here at USA. It's a great track. It's a shame we don't actually race there in real life, but in the pretend world, we're here, and we're here to conquer it tonight.
Yeah, we're excited to watch, and we'll check in with you maybe during the race if you feel free.
Yeah, we signed up for it. We're in.
Excellent. Nick Cohan, everybody, our in-race reporter. Greg Gable, you got a copy. It's the booth.
Yeah, Nick, you got me.
Hey, Greg, got about 50 seconds left in this warm-up. Just wanted to check in. How's the car feeling tonight?
Car's feeling all right. A little damage on the front after Cohan got loose, but we repaired it in 3 minutes. We're all set to go. We'll see how it goes. Starting second, which is my highest starting spot in the series. So I'm going to try to keep it safe, get a couple laps and get it moving.
Well, just remember, there's concrete walls on the inside, on the outside of this place. Just got to keep it out of them and keep her straight.
Yep, just need everyone else to pay attention to that and avoid me.
All right, thanks, Greg, and we'll check in with you later.
Sounds good. Thanks, Nick.
All right, looks like our warm-up session has been coming to an end. We're getting ready for our starting lineup. Starting on the pole, in the number 143 Hales Corners machine, that's Reed Rundle. Starting next to him, in car number 96, that is the Shambrone's Chicken Dinner G2 Chevy Camaro, driven by Greg Gable. Starting in third, the number 91 Coburn's Hit or Miss Sprinkler Systems, Toyota Camry, Jeff Coburn. Starting in fourth place, the number 56 Circle Jerks Podcast, the Revival Motoring Program, Chevy Camaro, Norm Pelletier. Starting from the fifth spot, the number 86 Dizzy Coin Toyota Camry, that's John Borst. Starting next to John in the number 8 Sirius XM machine, that is Thomas George. Starting in seventh spot, the number 00 Don's Dildo Depot, that is Don Runkle Jr., who looked very strong in this heat race. I'm excited to see what Don can do tonight. Next to him, starting in the number 6, DJ3 Extra Life Team, Toyota Supra, none other than Josh Cox. And apologies to the 05 of Casey Miller. I missed him on the start. That's the Miller and Hutch Custom Cabinetry, number 05 Dottie's Family Market, Casey Miller. Then we have Nicholas Cohan, who we spoke to earlier, and Corbin Hutchinson in our next row. Following them, we have the 16 of Paul Nelson and the 43 on the lawnmower. We have Aaron Beaver, Alex Reno, Gael Brooks, and Jarrett McLeod rounding out the field. And we got Ricky Harden, it appears, has taken the start in the back. And we are green. Let's go up to the front of the pack. There's Greg. We spoke to him right before the race. Looks like Jeff Coburn's got a little bit of an advantage on him. Greg stays high. Lets some of the field by. He just needs to keep it clean tonight, folks. That is Greg's numero uno goal for this evening. Tough racing here, side by side. Looks like the top three is broken. Look, Greg gets loose. Loose. Oh, Nick gets into him. Big crash. Very unfortunate for Greg Gable. That was an error. Let's rewind. Let's rewind. Watch what happens. Gable's high. Gable's high. Gable's loose. Josh Cox gets into him across the track. Nick Cohan makes contact. Very unfortunate. The caution is out as Greg Gable sits on the speedway. 1 lap down. It appears that our buddy Nick Cohan and Corbin Hutchinson, yes, they appear to be on the lead lap. Unfortunately, Greg Gable is the one who is a 1 lap down. We see that damage on the front of Nick Cohan's car. That could spell trouble at this big 3/4 of a mile speedway. We see a couple cars that pit lane here. Could this be an early pit strategy for fuel? Some damage on these vehicles? I don't see damage, so I'm going to assume it's some early pit strategy here for Paul Nelson, for the 74 car, Dan Walker. We got some other cars in the pits. Ricky Harden looks like he's topping off. The 17, Kyle Brooks looks like he is topping off as well. But we're focused in on that number 21 car, Nick Cohan. Looks like he's getting some damage, trying to beat the leaders out of the pits. We check back to Greg. He was the other one with damage in that first big incident. Here's Greg. Unfortunately, Greg is a lap down, Greg Gable. Lap down with some big nose damage on that thing. As Greg's rolling it slowly down the pits. Let's take a look at Nick Cohan. It looks like they fixed some damage up pretty well there. We'll see how much of a problem that nose will be for him when we get restarted with this race. But we're going to go back up front now for our leader, Reed Rundle. Reed had a great start with Jeff Coburn right behind him, Norm Pelletier in third, John Borst in fourth, and Thomas George in fifth. Our sixth place competitor is Don Runkle Jr., followed by Casey Miller, Honda Longmire, Alex Reno, and Corbin Hutchinson, rounding out our top 10. Right behind Corbin in 11 is Ricky Harden, followed by the 17 of Gael Brooks, the 16 of Paul Nelson, the 6 of Josh Cox, and the 21 of Nick Cohan. 16th place competitor is Dan the Skywalker, Aaron Beaver in the 17, and Greg Gable, rounding out the field in 18th after that major incident that he had. A lot of front end damage on Greg Gable's car. Looks like our field is getting lined back up and getting ready to go. Let's head back up front. Reed Rundle. Looks like lights are out on the pace car. Appears to be a single file restart. As this incident was very early on in the competition. The field is packed up nicely behind Reed Rundle. Green flag is back out.
Green flag, green flag.
And the field is off. Reed Rundle really opens up the gap there to start. Heads out down the field. close battle here. Further back in the pack, everybody else is kind of single file. Ricky Harden's putting some pressure on the Corbin Hutchinson. Ooh, Donnie Runkle gets loose. He's okay though, he's gathered it back up. And he's running strong. Let's check back in now on our buddy Nick Cohan. No, not really any progress for Nick. We've got around one car. Oh, and Corbin Hutchinson high and out of the groove. That really upset Kyle Brooks there. He got all squirrely. Corbin Hutchinson again way out of the groove. You got to be tricky going up there. Lots of marble buildup up there like we saw earlier in the race with Greg Gable. Got to be very careful when you slip up that high on the speedway. Now Hutch drives it in low. You see Kyle Brooks trying to run that top lane. Not much there for Corbin, just trying to keep her straight. We had a nice battle up here. Ricky Harden slips by the number 22 car. Oh, and Greg Gable again. Greg Gable again, sideways. See if we can see what happens. Greg hits the grass. That is unfortunate for Casey Miller, who got a little bit of damage there. I'm not quite sure what Greg Gable had planned there. That is very unfortunate. And it looks like, yes, it looks like Greg may have pulled off the speedway. It's like the damage on Casey Miller's car, it doesn't look too bad. I think he's going to be okay. We see some contenders coming down pit road. We got Paul Nelson and Josh Cox pulling it down pit lane. Nick Cohan, this is a booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Nick.
Hey, I just wanted to check in with you. It looks like you had some early damage there off Gable to table. How's the car?
We're still figuring it out. You know, this is it's just adding on to this week here. It's been a tough week for this number 21 Dizzy Motorsports team. Still trying to find funding, and it's just been a long year so far. It's 2 races we've been wrecked on the first lap, so that kind of sucks. Pretty fun stat, but yeah, it seems okay. It's just a little loose on exit right now. We're fighting that. We're trying to take care of the tires and trying to make sure we're there at the end.
Yeah, excellent. Well, good luck, Nick.
Hey, thank you very much. Hey, just FYI, Ricky Harden would like an interview too during the race. Goodbye.
During the race, like when it's green flag?
Well, he said in race reporter, so yeah, we can go during green flag.
I'll pull him up when he's making the pass.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
So we've got Don Runkle coming in the pits. Boy, is Don playing some pit strategy here. Unbelievable. Not a lot of other takers, it seems, on pit lane. It's like Don's making a nice little pit stop there. Well, maybe we have to catch up to him and see what's happening if we got some time. Back up front, though, Reed Rundle is still in the lead, followed by Jeff Coburn, Norm Pelletier in third, John Boris in fourth, and Thomas George in fifth. Casey Miller running strong in sixth. Doesn't look like he caught damage there. We'll see how it happens. And Don Runkle's catching back up to the field. Maybe just topping off or pitting for some tires there by Don Runkle. And the lights are out on the pace car. We're coming to the green flag. We got Reed Rundle and Jeff Coburn on the front row. Green flag is back out. Boy, possible 3 wide back here. No, it settles out down to 2 wide. Casey Miller with a strong run on the top. Boy, Casey is typically a dirt driver, but I tell you what, he's been picking up pace on these asphalt cars. He's getting very talented behind the wheel of a super late model. Top 4 single file. First battle early here is Thomas George and Casey Miller in the 05 with Ricky Harden. Ricky Harden is loose. Ricky Harden is loose. Way down the track. Honda Lawnmower gets to slip by him in the 43 Goon Ganja machine. Battle towards the front here. Jeff Coburn and Norm Pelletier fighting for second place. Norm drives it in hard on the inside. Side by side, looks like Jeff Coburn is losing some places running that second lane as John Boris stuffs it in for third. Loose, loose. Oh, that was tight. Boy, Thomas George and Jeff Coburn very lucky there. Again, Coburn gets high. The 99 of Ricky Harden slips by. Harden is loose. Here we are looking at Don Runkle. He made that earlier pit stop, playing some strategy perhaps. I think he's trying to pass on the high side. Ooh, almost gets into Dan Walker there. But they hold it and keep it together. We jump back up to our leader now. Reed Rundle with about a second lead on Norman Pelletier. Reed Rundle looking good so far. Norm Pelletier in second. There's John Boris running in third, followed by Thomas George, and in the 05, in fifth spot, Casey Miller. Ricky Harden running in sixth spot. Not too much happening on the speedway at the moment. Luckily for us, we got a drone cam. Way up high, checking out what's going on from the sky. Reed Rundle, about a second lead over Norm. We'll see if tire strategy, at some point tire strategy is going to come into play here as we have more green flag running. Question is Reed saving his tires as he needs to? It's like Norm is slowly reeling in Reed Rundle. Slightly quicker by about a hundredth of a second on that last lap. We'll check the times this time by. As we start to have some packing up behind John Boris. Yes, he was faster, the 56. Norm Pelletier making a run on Reed Rundle. Jumping back now to the 86 car. Running in third place at John Borst. Thomas George right behind him, followed by Casey Miller and Ricky Harden. What can they do? What can they do here? Not really much is happening. They're all very, very even, perhaps even. John is gaining a little bit on Norm Pelletier. No, they're pretty even, but I tell you what, folks, with a 21.252, Reed Rundle not quite as fast as Norm Pelletier's 21.141. In a matter of a couple laps, we may have a battle for the lead. Thomas George gets loose coming out of turn 4 as he tries to make a pass on the 86. Boy, look at the brake rotors glow on that number 8 Sirius XM machine as he gets into the corners. Red hot. All these cars looking that same way again. Norm Pelletier is faster than Reed Rundle. Well, it is a great position for John Borst to be in. He is an expert at saving his tires and coming on late in runs. So for him to be third place right now, he may be able to get up there and battle for the win. We got a slow lap car, the 00 with Don Runkle in front of the leaders. Only a couple car lengths from Reed Rundle. Let's check the times at the line. That time, they're about dead even. Reed Rundle and Norm Pelletier, everybody running in the 21-3 bracket in the top 7. We jump back here, we're looking at the 99 car. Ricky Harden, he's behind this pack of 3. Maybe just biding his time. Ricky is usually pretty strong in these cars. He slightly bounces off the wall there when we take a look at him. The old commentator's curse coming into play. 3 cars under a blanket here. Casey Miller's trying to run high. Not much going on there. Everybody's fighting for every inch that they can. Again, Casey Miller a little bit loose coming out of the corner. This time now, not much between them. At a half a second back, Norm Pelletier needs to do something to catch up to Reed Rundle. And Reed's looking very, very strong. He disappears from our screen there as he catches up to a lap car. Slight connection issue there, and a courteous move by Don Runkle Jr. moves out of the way for the 43 as he slips away. What a classy driver there for the 00 of Don Runkle Jr. This time we start to see the 86 ever closer to the 56. John Borst now, expert at saving his tires. It appears by about a 10th, John Borst was faster than Norman Pelletier, who seems to be slightly slipping. Could it be some mistakes? Could it be the 56 is starting to fall off? Again, we see a little wiggle out of the 56 car. These cars are very squirrely. Oh, what a move by Thomas George. Slide job on the 86 car. Unbelievable. What a maneuver. Surely that caught the 86 off guard. He ain't gonna like that, boys. Huge loss of time. Casey Miller goes to send the nose up the inside. Nothing there. Right on his bumper. What can Casey Miller do? Couple interesting battles to watch now as we focus in on the 86 and 05. Will Casey Miller make a move? No. Tell you what, Casey is really rolling it through the center of the corner strong. While John, very good coming into the corner. The other battle we have, Thomas George, in our third place competitor, has been unleashed. He is about a tenth faster than Norman Pelletier in the 56 Circle Jerks machine. Another factor coming into play is there's some lap traffic in front of Reed. We take a look at Reed Rundle, just ahead of Reed Rundle, as he launches off into the corner, is that 74 car of Dan the Sky Walker, a Circle Jerks podcast fame. This battle getting closer and closer for second place as the drivers are tight. Oh, and Thomas George slaps the wall. That's going to help out Norman. Storm and Norman trying to hold on to that second spot as we approach the halfway point of this race. Very sideways coming out of the turn 4. Boy, you can only do that so many times before those tires get very overheated. Extremely unfortunate for Norman to get loose there. Lap traffic definitely playing a factor now. Very aggressive move by Norman Pelletier to go on the inside of the double zero with Don Runkle. And Thomas George is trying to follow him through as we're at the halfway point here. Ooh, that's going to help Norm to get clear of that double zero. You can see the gap he opened up already as Thomas George stutters to the inside. 96 now of Aaron Beaver is going to play a role in this. There's Norman down in the inside. Beaver stays well out of the way. Both of our leaders allows them to slip through, as well as Don Runkle, opportunistic move. Very tight battle here, with 48 laps to go in our feature. Back up front, we take a look at Reed Rundle, and always looking good. 143 car. Tucked up behind the 74, Dan Walker. We spoke to Dan earlier, and he felt pretty confident. Unfortunately, this feature race is not really playing out in Dan's favor, but he could play a pivotal role here for his teammate, number 56. Both of those drivers, Dan Walker, loose, inside wall. Dan Walker backwards at the start-finish line, close to victory lane, but not where you want to be. Trying to get it rotated around. And that brings out our yellow flag. Unfortunate. Dan Walker trying to stay on the lead lap. But this is ultimately what brought out a caution. Let's rewind here. Casey Miller off the nose of the 99. Unbelievable. Oh, and Casey corrects it back to the right. We have to get a word here. Very unfortunate incident. It appeared to me that the 99 of Ricky Harden pushed Casey Miller off into the spin cycle. We'll have to try to get a word with one of the competitors, but for right now, we're all coming into the pits. Reed Rundle reads them down at 40 miles per hour. Pivotal pit stops here with 44 to go. Multiple strategies may be at play. Right side tires, 4 tires. How much fuel do you get? Big time pit stops here for these gentlemen. There's Reed. He's getting right side tires. And only rights. 2 tires for the 43 of Reed Rundle. Our second place competitor, the 56 of Norm Pelletier, is getting all 4 tires. Josh Cox looks like a 2-tire stop. 56, 4 tires. 8, 4 tires. The number 21, Nick Cohan, perhaps 4 tires. And here comes Ricky Harden off the wall after that incident. The 05 of Casey Miller also coming off a pit lane. Let's see if we get a word with the number 99 car of Ricky Harden. Yeah, Ricky, this is Nick in the booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, what's up?
Ricky, we were taking a look at that last incident with Casey. What, from your point of view, what happened?
Couldn't tell. I guess he got checked up by the 97 a little bit. Got on the brakes a little harder than normal. And I got in him. And then he overcorrected and I hit him.
Well, I tell you what, once in a while, you get gooned, you know?
Yeah, he got gooned. That's for damn sure.
Well, Ricky, good luck. Looks like we have about 42 laps to go here as we start to get closer to this restart. Let's see you drive that 99 up to the front.
We'll try. Sorry, Casey. We'll do better next time.
Casey Miller, this is Nick in the booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Casey, what happened on that last incident?
From what it felt like in the car, I got on it. But I don't know. I'd have to watch a replay.
Well, we just talked to Ricky right before this. He said you checked up going into the corner.
Yeah, I did a little bit. Yeah.
Well, how's the car feel? Is it damaged? You're going to be able to drive it up to the front? You were running strong.
It had about 30 seconds of option. I got a couple of seconds done on that. I didn't want to lose a lap, so it has a little bit of damage, but I think overall she's still good.
That's what we like to hear. We'll let you go as we approach the green. Good luck, Casey.
All right, thank you.
Big restart here. Reed Rundle and Josh Cox on 2 tires. 4 Mr. Feelgoods behind him. We're approaching the start with 41 laps to go. Green flag is out. Huge jump of the field by Reed Rundle. Back in second place, though, we have the 56 and the 6 side by side. Storm and Norman takes the lead. This looks like a very close battle here for the 8 and the number 6. Follow closely. Oh, they touch! They touch on the front stretch! Unbelievable! And they keep it together. Caution is out. Caution flag is out on the Speedway. I am not sure what the incident was. Unsure of what the incident was. If I can back this up. You're still not sure on exactly what happened. Oh, right there. Right there was our incident. Let's see here what we can do if we back this up. If I click to the 17, here we go. Coming out of the corner, Gael Brooks just noses into the wall, and big collision. Very unfortunate for the 17 of Gael Brooks. And Gael is in the pits. Nick Cohan, this is the booth. You got a copy.
I got you, Nick.
Hey, well, so far so good. Looks like you're back up to 5th place. Tell us about it.
Yeah, you know, we were just biding our time, saving tires, trying to stay out of trouble, trying not to get wrecked by the 43, and made our way back up here. Had a good pit stop. 2 guys in front of us wrecked, and sometimes that's how it works. You got to be, you got to play it smart, be patient. That's what we did, and now we got a shot at this thing. Got a good battle in front of us here between Reed and Norm, and then we also have the fantasy guys battling Norm and the inside tickler, Josh Cox. So it's going to be a fight here. Last week's winner, Thomas, up here too. It's going to be a brawl. I'm excited for this. last 35 laps.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to restart about 34, 35 laps to go. So, hey, you got a couple laps to pick off one car at a time.
Yep, just gonna take my time. We'll see what happens. See if we can get in position and make a shot out of here.
All right,
Let's
thank
see if
you,
we can
Nick.
wheel them in.
Wheel them in, buddy. Wheel them in. All right, good luck in the rest of the race, Nick.
Thank you, sir.
Storm and Norman, this is Nick in the booth. You got a copy?
What is up, Nick in the booth?
Hey, we've been watching you all night in that Circle Jerks podcast machine. You look good. You got any shot for the 43 car?
I had him covered a little bit on the long run, it felt like, but my car started to go away near the end of it. But I'm honestly just racing to see how long his connection stays. I feel like he's gonna blink once too many times, and I'll take the lead from him.
Well, I tell you what, from my point of view, he's looked like a Christmas tree out there. So that might very well happen.
Oh, my point of view is up and close, buddy.
Well, it looks like we're coming to the green flag here, Norm. Best of luck. We will be watching you to the finish.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Field is rolling slowly down the backstretch. Looks like we'll have 34 laps to go on this restart. What can Norm do? You just heard from him, folks. Strong on the long run. We don't have very many laps left. He takes off Thomas George in the number 8 car on the inside. Oh, and it's tight coming out of the corner. They're side by side. Thomas George with a nose on him. Drives it in hard. Extra deep. Secures the position. Hello, good night. Lick the stamp and send it. Thomas George up to P2. Now, interesting point of note. Last week at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Oh, a caution. Caution on the speedway. Let's go back and take a look. Couple cars battling. John Bors, Jeff Coburn, and contact. Coburn hard into the inside wall. Let's rewind one more time and take a look. Looks like they just came together. Coburn on the inside wall. Caution is out. Nobody hits him. Let's see. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's like he's able to keep it rolling. Looks like John Borst is also in a fair spot. Be interesting to hear from Jeff Coburn on what happened.
Hey, Nick, this is Nick down in the number 21 car. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy, Nick, in the 21 car. What's happening?
Hey, just want to let you know, real quick, any of the guys in the Goon Motorsports room are ready for if you want to pull any of those guys up.
10-4. I'm going to get a word with Jeff since he just crashed.
Okay.
Jeff Coburn, this is Nick in the booth. You got a copy.
Oh, I got a copy.
Jeff, I got to ask the grill in the room, what happened?
I'm gonna go with Dizzy Coin didn't have his surroundings kind of straight and narrow, and decided to hit me in the door. That's what I'm gonna go with. That's what it felt like from here.
Well, well, well. Looks like we got to have a word with John Borst here on what exactly happened. Yeah, it looked to me like he sort of tracked down and guys came together. You slapped the wall. How's the car, though? Is it still running straight?
It might end up going to the hauler here shortly. And by hauler, I mean the pickup truck.
Well, that would be unfortunate if it happened, Jeff. We hope you can stay in the race.
Much appreciated.
John, you got a copy. This is Nick in the booth.
I do, Nick. How are you?
I'm doing well tonight. Wondering how you're doing. Just spoke to Jeff Coburn. He said that last incident, 100% your fault. Your fault. Thoughts?
You know, I don't know if I necessarily believe that with Jeff's track record here of late. So I took this one, but I think that was more of a racing incident than anything.
Understood. Do you think you got anything to get back up in the top 5 there?
I'm going to need some help on some of these restarts. I keep getting caught in the wrong line. So we'll see what we can do here. And we got, 25 laps yet to make something happen.
Excellent. Well, we wish you the best of luck in the rest of the race, John.
All right. Thanks, Nick.
We got 1 lap to green here. Sorry, we're coming to the green flag. Reed Rundle checking out his tires there, making sure they restart fine. Thomas George alongside, followed by Norm Pelletier in 3rd. Nick Cohan in 4th. Josh Cox in 5th. Ricky Harden, John Boris, Casey Miller, Don Runkle, and in 10th, Dan Walker. They're approaching the restart line now. Here they go, and they're off. Another good jump, not as good as before. Thomas George hangs close to 26 laps to go. We got a battle here for 4th. Nick Cohan on the outside. Josh Cox doesn't get off the corner strong, and Nick Cohan takes the spot. Cohan up to 4th now. A big run after that early incident with Ricky Harden trying to make a pass on the outside. Top 4 single file, 5th place is where the battle is at. Josh Cox inside, Ricky Harden outside with John Boris not afraid to stick his nose in the Dizzy Coin machine. Ooh, Cox is loose, Cox is loose. And they get single filed out. We go back towards the front. About a 2-car length gap between Reed Rundle and Thomas George. Single file, Norm Pelletier, loose. He's sideways and around. Oh, what a heartbreak for the 56 Circle Jerks machine. You saw it here live. Round and round he goes. Unbelievable. A strong run all day, running in 2nd, running in 3rd, and just crumbled it up like a ball of paper, threw it in the trash can across the room. Didn't even take it to the recycling bin. Heartbreak Hotel for Norm Pelletier in the Circle Jerks podcast machine. 22 laps to go, and it is getting tighter and tighter. But a lot of guys, I want to give a shout out to Don Runkle, who was about to go a lap down, went a lap down, got his lap back, and is now running in the 8th position. But one man we need to talk to, that number 8 car of Thomas George. Thomas, this is Nick in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Well, Thomas, we've been watching you all night. You seem to be getting a little bit better and a little bit better. What do you got here for Reed with 20 laps to go?
Got the better car. We're going to win this damn thing.
Confidence from last week's race winner, Thomas George. Thomas, we wish you the best of luck here. We'd love to see you get a 2nd victory in a row.
Thank you, Nick.
Hondo, this is Nick in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Well, Hondo, I've been dragging in people here that have been running good or have had incidents happen. And frankly, you've had none of those, which I don't know if that's good or bad, but how's the car tonight?
It's handling just fine, sir. Just, kind of holding my own right here, letting the lead pack stay lead pack and fight and crash and spin out. You know me. I always have a plan, So we'll wait for the big one to happen up front, hopefully here in the next 10 laps or so, and I'll smooth on in there and take the big dub maybe.
Well, that may happen. You got the old 21 of Karen Cohan up there. Who knows what that guy's going to do?
Yeah, we got a solution for that. It's called my brother 43, which would be the fake 43, because I'm the real 43. So.
Excellent. Well, we wish you the best of luck in these last 20 laps, Hondo. Hopefully, we see you in the top 5.
Oh, let's hope so too. Thank you, sir.
Don Runkle, this is Nick in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, how you doing, Nick?
Don, boy, we have been watching you, keeping an eye on you all night. You went a lap down there, it seemed, and look at you back up here running the top 8. Tell us about it.
I'm just trying to survive and finish in the top 10 here. If I can get a top 10 out of this, I'd be happy. I've just been lucky trying to avoid the mess out here.
Well, we're keeping an eye on you. That car seems to be driven hard all the time, so hopefully it stays that way.
Well, we'll see how it goes, man.
All right, Don Runkle, everybody. And we are getting ready to restart. Reed Rundle, Thomas George, Nick Cohan, Josh Cox, and Ricky Harden is your top 5, with John Borson 6. Top 3 rows. About 15 laps to go here on the restart. What can Thomas do? Green flag is out. Reed Rundle is underway. Side by side. What a restart for the number 8 of Thomas George. Side by side with Reed, but Reed Rundle gets the advantage on the coming out of the corner down the straightaway. He opens up the gap. Thomas George might be susceptible to the 21 car of Nick Cohan, who packs it in there. That arrow cannot be helping Nick Cohan. A little further in the back, top 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are single file. Battle for 9th. Don Runkle, Jeff Coburn. Runkle is high. Unfortunately, there's Storm and Norman trying to make back some positions after a spin, and his teammate right behind him. They're both trying to get on the inside of Don Runkle, who is caught in that top lane. Not the best place to be with 15 laps to go in the feature here at USA International. Looks like we are single filed out. We jump back up front. Thomas told us he had a faster car. Let's see if he can get anything done. 14 to go. Nick Cohan gets loose. A little loosey-goosey in the corner there for the 21 car. We take a look at them. They're pretty evenly spaced here. Fastest on the track this time by Thomas George with a slight advantage by 1/100th of a second. Not going to be enough, though. You will definitely need more time than that to make up this position. Just 1 week ago in Atlanta, it was Reed Rundle and Thomas George battling for the win. Side by side for several laps. Thomas edging out Reed. Another couple hundreds faster for Thomas George. He is knocking on the door, needs to be a little bit closer to make something happen on that 143 car. Slightly faster again for the number 8. Boy, if Thomas can get to his bumper, it will be very interesting to see what happens. Will he send it up the inside? Will he try to run high? Not a good exit for Reed Rundle out of the corner. Again, Thomas George slightly faster, but faster than all of them is that 21 car of Nick Cohan. Caution, caution, caution on the speedway. Caution is on the speedway. Not what we wanted to see. It looks like it was the Hutch that was involved. Corbin Hutchinson loose on the inside. We have seen that incident time and time again. Very unfortunate for that number 19 car. And I don't think that is what the number 8 car, Thomas George, wanted to see. Tires have a chance to cool here. We're going to have about 5 laps to go upon our restart. 5 laps shootout. Reed Rundle, Thomas George, Nick Cohan, Ricky Harden, Josh Cox rounding out your top 5. If we look back at the rest of the field, we got Casey Miller in 6th place, John Borst in 7th, Jeff Coburn in 8th, Hondo Longmire in 9th, and Don Runkle in 10th. Dan Walker in 11th, Paul Nelson in 12th, Alex Reno in 13th spot, Aaron Beaver in the 97 is 14th, and Norm Pelletier, the number 15th position. Rounding out the field, the car still running, the 19, Corbin Hutchinson in 16th place. Let's check in with our in-race reporter, Nick Cohan. Yeah, Nick, just checking in with our in-race reporter here. About 5 laps to go when we restart this race. What do you got?
Well, Nick, it's going to be tough. Takes a little bit for this car to start boogieing. Takes about 25-30 laps, and I don't think we got a car here for the short run, but we're going to give it all. We're going to try and get a good start, see if we can hang here and jump into second, and then see what we can do.
Well, Nick, I wish you the best of luck. Our eyes are going to be glued to you, and as well as that 99 car. See what he can do.
Well, the one to beat is the 43 right now, so the camera should stay on that guy. He's fast tonight. But these two with a photo finish last week, you never know what can happen.
Oh, we have been hyping it up here. The crowd on the chat is on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating this finish.
Well, let's see if we can put on a good show for you.
Just wheel it.
Just wheel it.
The field doubles up now. 1 lap to go until our restart. Reed Rundle, Thomas George on your front row, Nick Cohan, Ricky Harden in your second row, Josh Cox and Casey Miller in row 3. 5-lap battle royale to the finish. Can Thomas George get a good restart? Can Nick Cohan make a move? Can Reed Rundle hold him off after dominating this feature? We will find out in 5 laps. And an early start for Reed Rundle, catching the field off guard a bit. He gets a 2-car length advantage off the start. Caught Thomas George by surprise, and I think the rest of the field. Reed Rundle with 4 laps to go leads down the front stretch. Thomas George not even in sight. The field single files out to about 6th place or so. Reed Rundle with a huge lead at this stage in the event with 3 laps to go. If he can keep the wheels under him. You can look back at Thomas George. Reed was about a 10th faster on that lap. That car takes off like a rocket ship. Oh, and John Borst is around. John Borst is around in the back of the pack. Let's rewind the tapes here. Oh, off the 91. A little bit of payback, perhaps, from Jeff Coburn on the 86. John Borst may not be happy with that. We'll rewind it one more time. Rolling through the corner, Coburn gasses it up, gives him a bump, brings out the Hondo hard into the wall. A lawnmower just got chopped down. Controversial move by the 91 car of Jeff Coburn. Extremely unfortunate for the 86 of John Borst, who is having a solid run. Also unfortunate for the 43 car of Honda Lawnmower, who really pile drove the wall there. Very unfortunate, but our focus is up here on our leaders. Reed Rundle, Thomas George, Nick Cohan, and Ricky Harden. Battling it out for the top spots on the podium. Does Thomas George have anything for Reed Rundle? I tell you what, if he does, he's going to need a better restart than has happened. A little bit further in the pack, let's give a shout out to the 74 of Dan Walker, who almost went a lap down earlier in the race and is up to P10. Unfortunate for Norm Pelletier, unable to recover from that spin he had earlier. But we go back up front, and just a reminder, last week, these two, Reed Rundle and Thomas George, side by side by inches in the closest finish in Pretend Racing Online history at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And wouldn't you know, once again, they are battling for the win. And the lights are out on the iRacing pace car. Reed Rundle, Thomas George, Ricky Harden, Josh Cox, and Casey Miller are your top six. Reed Rundle testing the waters on the acceleration. The field coasts up to them. This is going to be a green-white checkered finish. 2 laps to decide it all. The 43, the dominant car of the night. Thomas George, who has had confidence that he is faster, leads him into the box.
Green flag.
Reed gets up to the outside quickly. Holds the position against Thomas George side by side for third. Nick Cohan, Ricky Harden battling it out down the backstretch as Reed slightly opens up the gap. Caution, 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 caution on the speedway. And let's see what happened. Here we go, out of the... Looks like Norm... Oh! What an... Oh! Oh, no! And he rumbly, tumbly. Let's rewind and take a look. Out of the corner, the 00 gets tapped by Norm Pelletier into the wall, sending Norm upside down. Over and over again. Extremely unfortunate incident at the end of this race. And with that, the race will end under caution with Reed Rundle winning the race. Thomas George in second. Nick Cohan in third. Ricky Harden in fourth. And the number 6, Josh Cox, with a top 5 finish. But special honors of the night go to that number 143 car of Reed Rundle. After finishing second last week by inches, there was no question who was the fastest car this evening, and that was the 43 car of Reed Rundle. Tries to do some burnouts, taps the wall, no worries. The race is over, and he is burning it down. Well, folks, that was an exciting race to the finish. Thank you for tuning in for our first broadcast on Hot Shoes TV. We'll be back next week for more.